Hey Scorpio, welcome to She-ruhz Tarot. Today's read is a general read for the collective of Scorpio. That means anybody that has Scorpio anywhere in their chart, this message is meant for you. May not necessarily be your message, might be a message for the person sitting next to you that has Scorpio in their chart, but please know that I truly intend to get this message directed to you. I do need to remind you this is a general message that is spirit-led. Spirit may decide to hijack the message or present a completely different message from what I have placed as the intent, which is what is headed towards you. Please also keep in mind that if Spirit does hijack the message, it will be applicable to the individual that is receiving the message, obviously. And for those of you, will question, yeah, funny, my sanity. That's funny. Anyway, Spirit can hijack the message and provide a completely different message in here other than the intent I put in, which the intent I placed on the cards is what is headed towards you. So if it doesn't fit that, then you know that Spirit's taken off with the message. Doesn't commonly happen. It's pretty rare, but I have had it happen before. I do also want to let you know that if the message is in regards to an individual that you're interacting with, please take note and be prepared. The message can get pretty crazy. The message down here, the cards that come out, can be a message directed to you about them, to them about you, their intent towards you, your intent towards them. It can go back and forth like that through the whole read. So, what I encourage you to do is pay very close attention, apply where appropriate, but I do ask that you do not try to force any of this message to fit. You should allow it to flow like water over a stream. It should be nice and fluid without any bumps in the roads. Okay? All right. So what we'll do is we're going to do a quick overview of the cards, and that should tell you whether or not this is or is not your message. If it's not, if you don't feel comfortable with it, you don't relate to it, resonate, that's okay. I encourage you to go observe your other natal chart zodiacs. Please allow your intuition to guide you towards your message, though. And whatever you feel most drawn towards, that should be your message that Spirit wishes for you to receive. And if you feel drawn to more than one message, Spirit may wish for you to receive more than one message. Don't worry about it. It's not a first come, first serve only. Those messages are meant for those that are in need. All right. So once we do our overview, we'll do a clarification, and then we'll get to the guidance to see what Spirit has to say for you. As for any tarot read that you receive, please remember to apply your free will. It is completely up to you whether you choose to take this message in or disregard it. Okay, so before we begin, I would like to ask Spirit to come forward and assist Scorpio to open their eyes to see, their ears to hear, their heart to feel, and their intuition to discern the message coming through. And for some reason, I was wanting to say someone else. So I'm wondering if maybe this message is not necessarily yours, Scorpio, you personally. It might be towards that, about that other person. Only you're going to know. But I really feel when I was trying to say to open your eyes, I was wanting to say somebody else. And I think it was like Pisces or something like that. But because it started with a P. But all right, we're going to just move on, and I'm going to play it by ear, and I'm going to read it like it's your read as usual, and only you know what the message is truly in regards to. All right, so here we go. The center of the situation here is the Four of Wands, and it is heading towards being in the reverse. It is knocked out of being in the upright, so we have instability that is beginning to occur. That's the Four of Wands. Stability, home, hearth, health, happiness. It's out of whack. And then what's crossing us is the Ace of Cups, which is love, your happiness, your cup being overflown, maybe another opportunity or a second chance. But yeah, that stability has been it's got one of its legs kicked out from underneath it right now. So in the recent past, we have the Seven of Pentacles. There was a need to evaluate a situation to see if it's even worth investing in. What's on our mind is the Three of Wands. Calling in our manifestation, our wishes, and waiting for him to come. So basically making a wish and waiting on it. Okay. Your support is the Ten of Wands, heading towards being in the upright. Right now it is so close to being in the upright, I'm just going to refer to it as being in the upright. Just one more notch. It's at the 5:30 if you were to look at a clock. So we're going to say it's in the upright. Ten of Wands, feeling rather weighed down and burdened, and that is your support. Not a very happy support, but it is a support nonetheless. That is what's supporting this read. I'm feeling weighed down and burdened. And, you know, with your Four of Wands having its leg kicked out from underneath it, I can see how we would feel, you know, rather weighed down. What's to come? The possible outcome is the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. Moving in, speaking, moving swiftly, speaking our truth, cutting out lying tongues, severing the lies, and, you know, doing the dirty deeds and then heading back to where you're needed elsewhere. So, you know, he's the mercenary. He's the hit and run guy. Goes in and cuts away what needs to be cut down, and then he's out of there. Like a hurricane or a tornado comes flying in and whirls its way out. So we have the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So we're trying to be very quiet while we're reevaluating a path here in regards to somebody that we've known for a while. Someone from the past. Maybe we see him as our soulmate. And moving towards happiness, or we recognize that we're moving towards pain. All right, well, let's do some clarification and see what we get out of this, okay? So please clarify the Four of Wands and Ace of Cups for Scorpio. Please clarify the Four of Wands and Ace of Cups for Scorpio. Please clarify the Four of Wands and Ace of Cups for Scorpio. Thank you. Walking away from that person that we've known for a while. Leaving the past behind, walking away from it. Moving towards what benefits us most. So it looks like you went within yourself and realized that you need to make a plan to maybe move away from all the arguments and, you know, recreate something new and stable. Having looked at the whole situation, you know, you went deep within yourself of what you really want. And yeah, you feel like you've been set aside and just kind of need to recreate new because of a painful past, painful ending, not knowing which direction to go. Yeah, and so you cut away this partnership, this Two of Cups, because it was a bad deal. At least that's what the bottom of the deck says anyway. So let's get some more information here. Without all the cards jumping out would be great. All right, so I said all right. I didn't say anything else. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles recent past for Scorpio, please. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles recent past for Scorpio, please. Thank you. So we have the Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and Temperance. So yeah, having a few sleepless nights, maybe over an earth element. Saying that they want to, build something stable and, find some peace, some stability, some harmony, can't we all just get along kind of situation. And so that was needing to be evaluated if it was a possibility, and it kind of it was a stressful thing to have that come forward, to have that being said. And you tried to put on a pretty face saying that you're nice and strong and confident, but down deep inside, you were really, really, really conflicted. Yeah. Really, really, you were kind of set off from that. Please clarify the Three of Wands. Thoughts for Scorpio, please. Please clarify the Three of Wands. Thoughts for Scorpio, please. Death. Heading towards being the reverse, though. But with it heading towards in the reverse, that's something that needs to be let go of. So you're making a wish and you're waiting for it to come in. And you're kind of heading towards clinging too tightly to this wish instead of letting it prosper on its own. You're kind of, heading towards choking it out. And if you choke it out, it may never happen. Okay. So please clarify the Ten of Wands. Well, we have the Four of Wands on its side, heading towards being in the upright, and then the Nine of Wands. So, yeah, definitely feeling pretty weighted down because your home, hearth, happiness, maybe a relationship, marriage, it's not stable, and you recognize that, and you're feeling pretty beat down, worn down, really struggling with this, and yeah, not feeling very secure about your forever after and what's going to lead out of this. And that's your support. That's what's supporting all of this. Please clarify the Prince of Swords, possible outcome. Look at that. There's that Ten of Wands again. Ugly. Yuck. King of Swords. Oh, okay. Well, nice. At least that's a benefit, is you're going to look at this logically and sever what's not fitting. Just cut it away and like rip the band-aid off really quick, because you're going to detach your emotions from the situation and be able to, be logical about the situation, which is different for a Scorpio, but honestly, not really. Scorpios that I've encountered can do that. A lot of times I wonder if you have a lot of air in you, because you can detach your emotions from a situation like that. And if you feel like a wrong was done to you, you can sever that tie really fast, which, for a water element, that's like an air element. So that's really impressive. Um, but at any rate, yeah, you're going to take on that air elemental moment. You're going to look at everything in a logical perspective about this, heavy weight, this heavy burden, and just sever it fast. And then walk away. Yep. Knight of Cups. And leaves. Six of Swords. So that offering just goes away. And that offering may very well be you, because this is water element, obviously. And goes away. Just leaves. Six of Swords. Well, let's see if we can get some guidance here for you in regards to this. Whatever spirit wishes to throw in here for you. Judgment. Bottom of the deck is peace. Yeah, once that decision is made, you will find peace. But you need to be strong, and success will be found in that. Okay? As long as you can stand strong, you will find peace. But that decision truly needs to be made and followed through with so that those things can be found. So this is you in truth right here. Judgment, that's you. And that decision needs to be stuck with and followed through. And once it is, then you will find the peace. But you need to stay strong, stand firm, and you will be successful in that. All right. Okay, Scorpio. So with that being said, let's have a look about the energies that are in here in your bubble, shall we? We have you, Sagittarius, and that's it. That's it. So definitely a huge decision needs to be made uh, in order for intervention, so to speak, to come forward. The more major arcanas you have, the more the divine and the universe are walking with you, getting ready to wrap up and close a cycle, right? But the more minor arcanas you have, it's them standing back waiting for you to make a decision so they can then step forward and help you to move towards completing your next cycle and attending and achieving your goals, so to speak. Because, Spirit is here to help you with each and every goal, each and every step that we make to help close out those cycles so we can move on to the next one. And it can be so simple as wanting to learn how to tie your shoes. Okay? And so, making that decision to do such a thing, then you learn how to tie your shoes, you learn the steps, and that cycle is closed. And that's, when you have more major arcanas appearing, if you can follow that in simpler terms for you. So, decision needs to be made in order to be successful. With all that being said, I look forward to next read to kind of see where you're sitting and what spirit might have to say for you, what insight they may have for you. And until then, May all your choices and decisions be really, really blessed.